Welcome to Sunday Reflections. Welcome indeed. How was everyone's Sunday? Somebody's here. Oh yeah, I gotta put myself in live chat. Hanging out in Top Chat. Michigan Outpost. Wolfang. Yeah. Welcome everyone. Yeah. Unprepared Warfare. Joe Morgan. Welcome. Ghost Lincoln. Yeah, let me try to do this. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. Faith takes you far. Welcome, welcome. Folks, this is going to be a little different from most of my Sunday reflections. This is going to deal with tactical kind of side, if you will. Brother Rooster, KP Heathen, greetings and skull. But it's something that we all need to think about. And it's something that is, well, a myth, a misnomer, a false sense of security, it's a overlooked prep. It really is. Unprepared warfare. Bug out adventures. Ooh. Social 5-point earthquakes. What's this? What's going on? I seen Faith say something about an earthquake. 5.1 earthquake. Now bug out. Jack. Callie getting attacked. Attacked, you say? Well, maybe this will play into that. The unprepared warfare. So what do I mean by unprepared warfare? John H. Hey, welcome. Vets. Terry. A lot of you vets out there already know what I'm going to say. Basically. We are woefully ill prepared. Doesn't matter how much training you do, how much physical prowess you possess, even your zest and zeal, your anger, your hatred, your tackling fuel, whatever you got there. All of that is nothing compared to warfare, especially modern warfare. As we see it, we have this whole 5th generation warfare. We're a very warrior-like society. Boo. I was not. I did hang out with the Australian Army when I went to Australia, Kangaroo 95, but I wasn't really familiar with a lot of their terms. Yeah, we just called them boots. There's so many things, and we see them. We see them in the YouTubes. You know, how to prepare for an invasion, how to prepare for the zombie apocalypse, the marauders. What do you do on the homestead, on the home, in your apartment, in your house? Find yourself on the street, you got to bug out, and yeah, all these things that, hey, let's get some guns and get our plate carriers and LARP and do some training, and so we can one hand by ourselves take on the horde and defeat them, and somehow we believe that we're going to get out of that unscathed, or we resign ourselves to dying in the fight. We don't understand. We're very unprepared for the warfare that's being waged upon us. Very unprepared. But it can. We just need more training. We need more community. What's up, Eric? So, for the lonely person that's sitting in their apartment, sitting in their house with their garden and their canned goods, uh, working behind a closed door. Yeah, you're sitting there and you've got your pews, you've got everything nice and oiled up. You've been to the range every day of your life for 3-4 years, and you hear troubling things. We hear it all the time, and most of that is misinformation, misguided things that are propaganda, things that are pushing us, making us focus in a certain area, a certain way, and taking our focus off something else. We don't see what's over the horizon. But imagine you're sitting there on your porch, perhaps. You just did some gardening. You're wearing your shotgun and your plate carrier. Texas Red Leg. What's up? Welcome to Sunday Reflections. You're sitting there and you probably got your flip flops on and your maybe a pair of shorts. But you got your plate carrier on. You got your shotgun, your AR-15, whatever, and you're having some coffee because hey, you've got coffee, right? You're sipping on some coffee. Over the horizon, you see smoke. What is this? Why is there smoke in the horizon in that direction? I think that's a city, that's a town. I'm out in the middle of the woods. That could be old Farmer Fred's place. Oh shit. So I pull out my cell phone and pull up old Farmer Fred. Boom. There's no cell phone connection. Okay. Well then, you're a good prepper. So you go to your go inside your house, go to your basement, pull out your ham radio, you start trying to, gather intel. The hams are blowing up. Everybody is just talking away, and you hearing troubling talks of there's aliens, there's blue helmets, there's the Chinese, the Canadians are invading, the machines have come alive, there's zombies. Everybody is mustering and moving, and there's fighting in the streets, and you're sitting there going, what the fuck? What do you do? Time goes by, and you're still sitting there at your ham radio. What's up, dude? Listening to all these reports. You're writing things down. You're writing things down. You're trying to make sense of it all. You might even put a board up, and start making things on a map, on a board, little symbols for things. We got zombies over here. We got aliens over there. We got massive armored tanks rolling through in this area, and you're starting to put everything together. Hillbilly Homestead. So. But you're doing it on your own. You're hearing open sourced reports of what's going on, and it could be false. It very well may be false what you're hearing, but there's smoke. The old Farmer Fred's house. In that general direction. All by yourself, though. So you're like, to hell with everybody. I'm going to ride out the apocalypse, eat my spam, But me and old Farmer Fred, we get along. So, damn. Damn, Jack. I think you are prepared. You still don't know. I know, Faith. What's up, Billy? So you go out there, you resolve yourself to put on your war pants and put on your tactical boots and your tactical pants and your tactical shirt, and your tactical hat, and everything's 5.11. You put on your plate carrier and you got your pew pew, and you jump in your attack SUV that's been armored with tin cans and such, because you did it yourself. Yep, you got all your gear on, your LARP, your full LARP on. It's the middle of the day and you got your NVGs on. You're gonna just drive by Farmer Fred's house, see if he needs help. Get on down the road, and this is during the day. And all of a sudden, your car goes bam, and you're sideways. Oh shit! Well, that's not to worry. You're okay, right? You got all your gear on. You've got everything on. You must have hit a pothole the wrong way. You must have been flying too fast down the road, and your car, your war vehicle, your war wagon, boom, must have fell over, lost a wheel or something. So you crawl out of the sideways vehicle, and you notice that you're missing something. One of your legs is gone. No problem. You know what to do. You put on a tourniquet. Yeah, I got this. Yeah, I'm okay. Boom, you pop your morphine pills, and you're ready to go. You're like, oh shit, all right. So while you're laying there, trying not to bleed out, crawling into the woods, you finally manage to crawl into the woods and hang out. You notice all these people start rolling around. There's drones flying over. What the fuck? Who are these people? They're dressed just like you. Well, actually better. They're actually better dressed than you. They've got all the good gear. And you're trying to pull yourself into that little cubby hole and try to get small and cover yourselves with leaves. The little drone goes right in front of your face and takes off. Next thing you know, you're surrounded by foreign-speaking individuals with better gear than you, and somebody says, "Suka!" Bam, and you're dead. What the fuck happened? You had everything done. You go, boss. Oh, I remember the SEALs. They had the Nike combat boots. I was like, what are those? Remember that meme? What are those? Nike combat boots. You didn't realize what was going on. What's up, Pepper Chick? Do you know why? You were unprepared. You were purposely made that way. Kept in the dark. You negated things. Guten Tag, Herr Mannschaft. And so, you did all the things. You thought you had everything. Had it all figured out. Except for one thing. Intel. Real life intel. You didn't have a support group. You didn't have people, boots on the grounds, eyes on the skies, to tell you what was going on. All you had was some crazy, drunken people with ham radios talking about aliens because they heard it on the radio or on the news just before their cell phones went blank and their internet went out and everything just went away. So it must have been aliens. It must have been. Mushroom politics, right? Mushroom intel. Unless you actually know what the hell is going on. How are you supposed to figure out a way to proceed? Coyote, what's up? Lady Smith, hey. Can you imagine sitting? So you guys are out in the middle of nowhere. A lot of you guys and gals are, because you're smart. You got away, got out of there. Get out of the cities. I'm trying myself. And you figured that's it. That's all I need to do is just get out into the wilderness. Coyote animations. That's all I gotta do is just get out in the middle of nowhere. There's no calling Mosey for extraction. You'll be safe because be out in the middle of nowhere. There's nobody there. But there's a problem with that. You're isolated, intel wise. You don't know what's going on. Dude. We don't have that intelligence support group like they do. They know everything about us. They know when you're at work. They know when you're at home. They know what you're buying. They know what you're eating. They know what you're thinking. They know what you're doing. They know what you're saying. We know nothing of what they're doing. All we know is they're gathering in their masses. Hiding in the shadows. There's a reason for that. So you don't know what they're doing, what they're planning. If you're not sitting down and building a plan, comprehensive plan of how to gather intel, where to get credible source intel, not open source. Open source is okay. Yeah, you can, but you have to do a lot of sitting down and watching videos and listening to people and reading, and you have to ascertain, is it true or not? Misinformation is a hell of a tool. Oh, with it, man. But that takes time. And by the time you've sat down and crunched all the intel, the intelligence points, and figured out, okay, well, yeah, I've tracked everything, and I know, oh shit, they're on you. You're by yourself. You're isolated. They've literally rolled through and bombed everything and killed everyone and taken everything. Or they bypassed you because you're unimportant. You're insignificant. They'll send a little team to sit there and watch you. They'll send a dedicated drone to loiter around your house, over your house, and just wait. What's he doing? I don't know. Gardening. Right, dude. Take cover, take aim, take over. But what if you don't know what you're fighting? The enemy has already passed you by. The enemy has already surrounded you. Yet you have no idea. So you don't have the intel, you don't have LPOPs out. LPOPs are listing posts, observation posts. You don't have forward observers. They're giving up-to-the-minute detail analysis of what's going on. Size, activity, location, unit, time, equipment. You don't know any of that. So you don't even know what you're fighting. Or if you should run. So all that training, all that planning you did, what's it for? Meanwhile, your neighbor, who's like, a couple thousand yards away, he's already taken down his ham radio antenna, and he's already he's spray painted his house. He's got he's camouflaged everything. He's actually moved out of the house and he's in his bunker, in the back, and he's sitting there just. He's got people everywhere. He's talking to folks. Hey, what do you see? What's going on? He's laying it all out on a plan. He's talking to other folks. Hey, bypass their area and go to this area. Watch out for MRADs, All American Prepper. We always romanticize the tactical thing, the tactical part. Hey, let's LARP and let's run and gun, right? Yeah, that's fun stuff, and yes, that is useful, but not as useful as having that intel. Yep, Tactical Operations Command, TOC, S2. We call it S2 intel. We all know the thing that intelligence is an oxymoron, but it's ATACs, the ATAC, the MTAC. There's so many programs now. Where back in the day when we were in the military, we had maps with overlays, and we drew on them with little markers, and it was like, hey, we go this way, we go that way. The enemy's over here. We're tracking. There's people. There's a network of people that are dedicated to just tracking movements of the enemy. That's all they do. They're not shooting. They're not fighting. They're gathering intel. They're forward observers. They got their binoculars out. Whatever. They're spies that are working with the enemy to relay messages back. Do you have that? Do any of us have that? Probably not. That is the unprepared warrior. The unprepared warfare. Pie eating contest. What's up? Damn, dude. Drones are useful. Yeah, absolutely. Can also they can also be hacked. They can also be jammed. So same thing with comms. They can be hacked and jammed. Do you have a contingency for that? What's up, Rach? Maccabeus, welcome. That's something we need to work on as a community, as preppers, as just basic Americans. We need to know what's going on. But there's been a war of information against us. InfoWars, I know. They are purposely feeding us crap. Who said it? Was it you, Jack? Mushroom. Mushroom intel. Keep everybody in the dark and feed them shit. And that's been that's been used many times in the history. Because you don't want to unmask yourself. You don't want to show your true movement, your troop movements. You don't want to show your true size. You don't want to show your true intentions, your capabilities. What's up, Ghost? Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of vets in here. We were able to do the things that we needed to do in the military because of a huge network of intel, forward observers, S2 just sitting there, crunching things, figuring shit out. Is this a credible point source? Is this a credible point? Intel point. Is this credible? Is this credible? No. Okay, no. Okay, yes. So that we can relay that to boots on the ground, to people that are actually out there trying to do something. That's something we need to work on. Or at least have a contingency. Because if I just see smoke in the distance and I hear booms, you guys were here Lackluster Fridays, you heard a boom, boom, boom. Right, Jack? PSYOPs, yeah. Psy warfare. Right, Rage. What if the alphabet soup goes rolling out? 15 vehicles deep, armored vehicles. Everybody's geared up. They're about to go raid you. Do you know they're coming? Right, Ellen. Knowing is half the battle. Remember that? You old school ones, knowing is half the battle. Sun Tzu. Every battle is won before it is fought. Yeah, right, KP. We just came from the walk. Having a plan means more than canning, getting some pew pew and some freedom seeds. It's connecting, it's gathering intel, using discernment. Yeah. Right, Jack. That's true. Yeah. An army, even our military, if they come through and they have to do whatever, even if say there's an invasion and our military has to get through this area because it's just a point on the map that they have to cross, and you're right smack dab in the middle of it. Do you think they're going to worry about your garden or your collateral or the collateral damage? Do you think they care about your livestock? Your nice little picket fence that you put up? Your solar panels? Your rain catchment? They don't give two shits. They're going to fly through that. They might get targeted. Right when they pass by your house and boom, they get hit. Artillery, drone strikes, whatever. You were just there. You're like, oh shit, I didn't know what was happening. Seen the military coming, our boys coming from this side, and all of a sudden something come on over the horizon, and boom. Everything I worked for, everything I put my blood, sweat, and tears, paid sweat equity for, and fiat currency to build. All your rabbits gone, running all over the place, running all over the newly made battlefield, which is your front yard and backyard. Yeah. And now that the military, the good guys, are in your area, they're going to blow up your building just because it's a structure. And they don't want that. That can be used as cover. That can be used as... Also, it's... from a forward observer's standpoint, that's how they walk it in, So how do we do this? How do we prepare for this fifth generational warfare, this war of intel, and keep OPSET, operational security? Maps, you got your maps, you got your comms, you've got your runners, you've got people that work in certain areas that could be a canary in the mine, so to speak. Say you have a friend that works in the electric company, and he just heard that oh shit, we're getting hacked, and he makes a phone call real quick. Hey, we're about to get hacked here in about 15 minutes. We're about to lose power in 30. Really? Yep. It's an attack. Whatever. Scenario, right? Invent better, happy, helpful stuff. I like that, Ellen. Yes. And this is not a doom and gloom thing, okay? So this is just showing a hole in our preps. Right, rage, yeah. And I dig it, and there's something to be said about that, Ellen. We've all heard about the PACE, primary, alternative, contingency, emergency. What does that mean? That kind of plays off the ODA loop. You know, observe, orientate, decide, action. But how do you ODA if you don't know what's going on? It sounds all nice and Renaissance, romantic. I'm going to go out in a blaze of battle, blaze of gunfire. Ah, yeah, throwing grenades and shit, running from cover to cover. Boom, in this amazing firefight. When you were dead before you even walked out the house. You didn't know there was gas out there. Oh, shit. Purple Book Club. Observing is everything. And not just you, everybody. And everybody has to share that knowledge and information. No, yeah, I mean, having a TOC, a tactical operations center, or patrol command base or something like that. Sure, but how many of us are, in this how organized are we? None. No, we're not organized in that fashion. We're civilians. Even if we're veterans, we're still civilians. We have a more of a knowledge of how these things work. And I was just a dumb grunt, but I knew. Why was I going through the swamp to get to this point? Because somebody figured out it was a good idea to do that. Okay, fine. Just so I can wait on a road for a truck to go by and I can shoot at it. Okay. Right. See, it all trickles down. We don't know why. We don't know how. But somebody somewhere in S2 was like, watch this truck. Send a team to hit it. Tell them to be on the lookout. Bullshit, you were a dumb jarhead. I was a dumb grunt. Okay. Same fucking thing. It's just I was a little bit better at it than you. Legend 27. So something to think about. That's the big picture. What is the big picture? Why are you going to bug out? Grab your bug out bag and your pew pew and run for the woods. Why? Or why are you going to bug in? What is your reason for that? Why are you going to grab your stuff? Oh, Jack, I'm a brilliant idiot, so whatever. It's all good. Uh, why are you going to call your boys up and don your ghillie suits and LARP suits and do some patrolling around the area? Why? Why are y'all going to set up blocking positions in your community to lock down your community and save everything and protect everyone? Why? You have to know these things. Right, Jake? Yeah, you Vegemite eating motherfucker. I actually like Vegemite. Because you want to live. Yeah, well, but we got to know why. Why am I locking down this street? BLM riots coming down the street. I don't know. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, I know. I know what to expect. How many? What's the size? What's the size of this group? 52. How we know it's 52? Somebody watched and counted 52. All right. Activity. They're running around burning everything and shooting people. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Molotov cocktails, flashlights, cement mixers, pool noodle hands. Yeah, okay. Stabbings and shootings. Okay. Just general mayhem. Okay. Location. 2.5 miles away, coming in my direction. Oh, okay. Unit, BLM. Marxist fucking group. All right. Make havoc! Right. To quote Trent, Vision Preparedness. Time. 2:45. Equipment. They've got your basic Amazon LARPing gear and the 3M gas mask and bats and guns and there's 3 cars with them. 3 cars. See, that's a cute. That's a cute fucking intel point. They have 3 cars with them. One's blue, one's black, one's red. Why is that? So now you know something. Like, okay, great. Dogs. Pink wigs, baklavas, and signs, right? Yeah, I forgot about the pink wigs. Damn, Wolfang. I like that one. We need a reason why we do what we want to do. Why we do what we need to do. As veterans, there was a there was a system, a group, a community. I mean, everybody was working together to provide the why. It's all about the who, what, where, why, how often, how many. Protect loved ones, brotherhood. Yeah. But if you think you're just gonna take to the streets in your bulletproof vest and night vision goggles and latest designed pew pews, good luck. We will see your body on the street with all your gear picked away. It'll be sad. We will cry, and then we'll move on. That's how unprepared we are. To protect my man cave and stash of booze. That's right. Claymore mines everywhere. Oh God, here we go with the Chuck Norris stuff. Came back with a bear. Oh, Ellen, if you have any questions, I'm sorry I can tell you anything. If you have any questions, please ask. We'll let you. I try to keep it as simple, stupid as possible. But that's something we're missing. We don't know. I mean, if somebody walked in your house and threw down a map and said, and I had all these little symbols and stuff. All right, take care of yourself, Rage. Thank you, brother. Oh, I don't know, Alan. I don't know. You don't even know what this means. Like, what's this square mean? What's this rectangle? Red, blue. I don't know. Is that a helicopter or a water fountain? I don't know. Deathclaw. Well, Deathclaw, how do you know what you're doing? What are you? Why? Why are you going down the middle of the street with all your gear on? Why? You don't know. What if you don't know? That's my point. Before you act, you have to know what's going on. Observe. Orientate. Decide. Act. Oda loop. Or Uda. Utheka. Uda. Uda. Oda loop. Whatever, however you want to fucking say it. If you're sitting in your house canning, gardening, watching YouTube videos, listening to the latest programming, CNN, Fox, whatever, I don't care. You know, even if you're listening, even if you're listening to the radio, you hear that air sirens. That's your only. That's your first alarm, your first alert. So Papa's Farms. If that's your first alert, you're fucked. You're already dead. That's the Swedish show. You've already been caught with your pants down. And now it's all about luck. Whether or not you're going to survive. Think about the weather. All those people in California, Baja, they had an early warning system. The intel was sketchy. We're calling for Category 5, hurricane force winds, flash floodings, all these mudslides perhaps later on. They can process a little bit of what's going on, what could happen, and what's coming. You can see it on a freaking radar map. Swirling red and yellow, green lines, blob coming at you. Like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe I need to get out of here. So they had a bit of an early warning system. And what they did from that, that's up to them. A lot of people dismissed it. It's just a rainstorm. Now we look at Hawaii, Maui. It's a rip. They had no early warning system. There were no alarms that went off. A hurricane passed by, so everybody was hunkered down in their house, hurricane-proof house. Maui's no stranger to hurricanes. They know all about Pacific weather. I'm sorry, typhoons, not hurricanes. Typhoons. And the only thing the way they found out that there was a all-consuming fire, is from other people posting it on social media. Open source. Yeah, share it right now. Damn. Death Claw. You've got a little bit more to prepare for, right? So how to move in that situation, or how to stick around, or what do you do? People literally jumped into the ocean to escape the fires. Okay. All right. Good luck with that, Papas. Feeding my reptiles while listening. One guy wrote it out in a puddle. Wow. Communications were down. No warning signals. Literally caught. Unaware. And a huge fire, or something, creating a huge fire, was literally burning, destroying everything in its path, killing people in its way. Damn, Kenneth. And I think that's why we all turned to YouTube. I remember that's how I got into YouTube. Is I was watching the riots, and so I wanted live feed coverage of everything. No, Jack, he doesn't glow in the dark. I wanted to study. I wanted to study the enemy. I already kind of knew the enemy. I knew their playbook. Right on, DJ, go for it. Right, Deathclaw, yeah, I agree. Having comms, having a no comms plan, you know? Having runners, having forward observers, having people, boots on the ground, eyes on the location, seeing what's going on. That's what we need. But we don't have that. We do not have that. Wow, going crazy. Yeah. I mean, how many hats do you wear? Jake, what's up? How many hats do you wear? You're the employee. You're the boss. Whatever you are at work, that's your hat. Come home. So many hats, right? Food preparation. Currently 47. Right, Jake. What do you do? Oh my God, you have a lot of hats. He's got bees. He's got freaking livestock. All kinds of stuff. Growing everything. And then what happens if you got to put all that stuff away? You got to prepare it. You got to preserve it. And all the while you've got to provide security for your immediate area. Maybe you're part of a mag and you and your mag are working together. But outside from that, what do you got? You don't really know what's going on down the street, next town over. You might hear something, and that's usually how it works. Oh my God, did you hear about that wreck? What wreck? Yeah, a car exploded. They said a missile hit it. Really? Yeah, the bridge is blown out. What? Oh shit. You go looking for it on your social medias, can't find it anywhere. Throughout history, the biggest weapon, the prized possession of warfare is intel, intelligence, information. What is the terrain? How many? What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? Can they be exploited? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? How many spies do you have that you can dedicate to go into the behind enemy lines and gather intel? Just survey, just surveillance, just watching and listening. That's all. Those were the most important warriors. Not the boots on the ground, not the grunts, not the aircraft in the air, not the tanks. It's literally the people right there who are listening, watching. Right, Michigan? Hell yeah. Because once again, how do you know to react? How are you going to react when you don't know what's going on? Yep. Always be aware of sultry thoughts. Great Lakes. I just seen one of your videos. You were making charcloth. Yeah. Talk to your neighbors? Do you talk to your neighbors down the street? Trent, welcome. What's up, brother? But that is the most unprepared warfare. We're literally going into this unprepared. And at a whim, our focus can be diverted. Because we have no idea what's going on. Aliens! Oh shit! Now I gotta prepare for aliens. Zombies! Okay, it's zombie time. All right. Chemical and biological warfare. Where's my gas mask? But that's just... Was it a plant? Was it fake? Was it false intel? Meant to see how you react? Was it a probe? I know, I'm talking about aliens, probes, yeah. So yeah, folks, there you go. Unprepared warfare. I think we're woefully inadequate. Especially in the intelligence standpoint. I know we are. Don't say that, Jack. Got 9 minutes to put my mask, or 9 seconds to put my mask, gas mask on, right? So yeah, folks, badass. Miss Sharon, you're amazing. I love you. Thank you. Folks, drop your links, drop your links, drop your links. Shameless plugs for everyone. If you're blue, you know what to do. If you're not, then you're not. You can always just beg someone that's blue and they'll drop it for you. Death Claw, right? Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. 300. Schmuck time. Yes, Skia Chris. Indeed. Thus concludes my Sunday reflections. Yeah, we can still talk. Maybe we can talk about what you plan to do. Making up gift bags for the aliens. You mags out there, you groups out there. Are we working on? Right on, Deathclaw. I support this. Food porn. Are we working on intel gathering? Are we having S2? Are we building maps? Are we doing area studies? Are we looking at things like weather, terrain? 300. Are we looking at resources? Ooh, barbecue. Not just putting on our plate carriers and running down the two-way range. That's the last resort. Maybe you don't need to do that. This world of fifth generation warfare, very, very unconventional warfare, unrestricted warfare. The bombs and troops on the ground, that's the last thing, the very last thing. There's 20 different steps before that. We're good. We're getting to see this. We're getting to see how this works. This fifth generational warfare works. Because we're getting to experience it firsthand. That's why I've always been obsessed with news. You know, I'm one of those people. I got to know what's going on everywhere. Yeah. Right? A hacker. Someone that's skilled. I think every group needs an operations center that everyone contributes to, because that's the main goal. The main focus is to know what's going on so that you can decide what your action is. Well, if you go out there to fight the aliens, and all 6 or 7 of you, got the latest gear and the latest weapons and everything, but you did not realize that they were urethral, and your bullets mean nothing. What you should have brought was an air conditioner. Or that a simple song played on a audio disrupts the aliens and makes their heads explode. Mars attacks. What's up, Nikki? Spark gap generators. Or you go out there, all 7 of your guys, to attack the incoming threat, but you have no intel. You don't know what it is. You get just wasted away. Boom. Attack helicopter takes you all out with Hellfire missiles. Boom, done. Well, Majik, something that we've learned from Ukraine is, yeah, the drones are great for forward observing. The drones are great for taking out 1 or 2 people, but that's it. Their greatest value as an asset is as a forward observer. Where is the enemy? What are they doing? Pork roast for dinner. Ooh, I just had cheeseburgers. I already ate. We have to know what's coming. Cooked a pot roast, ate free pizza instead. Kia Chris. All right, outstanding. Heat vision, thermo, drone for recon. What if your drone runs into what if they set up jammers and your drone just softly lands? You don't know why. That's an intel point, yeah, but you don't know much. We are woefully unprepared. Don't go get it. Oh, bacon, onion. Fried egg on top. Wow, Ghost Lincoln. Hell yeah. It's the things that we don't know that are very detrimental to us. I don't know if you're able to pray to God and find out what's going on. Yeah. Close around you and out away from you. The more early warning signal that you have, the better prepared you are to react. Like I said, you got that friend in the county over that works in the electrical department. He works for the power department. And he's like, hey, he gives you a phone call. Hey, we just got hacked. We're about to shut down power in 30 minutes. Really? Yeah, it's an attack. Think about your capabilities. Trying to let me down. Here we go again. Something I've been reflecting on. It's far more powerful than weapons training. It's the subtle art. Asset tracking, surveillance, observation, threat assessments, area studies. What are your capabilities? What are their capabilities? Do their capabilities outweigh your capabilities? Usually they do. Because why would the enemy attack you with a inferior force? No, they want superior firepower. Or can they just shut off your power? Can they just shut off your internet? That's it. That's all they need to do. Good luck. If you live in a city, that's it. And if you live out in the middle of nowhere, they shut you down. No intel whatsoever. No cell phones. Your ham works here and there. Start jamming your ham, your radios. I mean, it tells you what's going on. It tells you that something is going on. You don't know who. You don't know what. You don't know why. Those are the things you got to know. Maybe it's just an EMP from the sun. Maybe it's just nothing. Or maybe it's something bigger. Something more sinister. Yep, no comms. Your contingencies. Your standard operating procedures. What do you do in the event of this situation? What do you do when comms go down? What do you do when your phone no longer works? What do you do when your ham radio no longer works? You're just sitting dead in the water. Don't know what's going on. Yeah, Michigan. I've seen some. I've thought about that too. Ooh, ghost. Yeah. Oh yeah, right, Jake. Yeah. GRMS. GRMS. What's the other? The family thing. CB. Right. Having your contingencies. Your alternates. What if none of that works? What if you're just sitting there? You've got 10,000 cans of Spam and beans and rice in Mylar bags. But that's true, Kia Chris, but they could stop yours. You boost your signal, they boost their jammer. You boost your signal, they boost the jammer. Until at some point, it levels out. Somebody runs out of power. Kind of hungry. So that's the biggest threat to America. Because we are a rebellious lot. We are defiant. We are strong and proud. We're hardworking. But we're naive. We're naive to think that all warfare is bang bang. It's not. Intel and the control of Intel. We're seeing it happen already. Yeah, lazy. What would you call this? Complacent. Lazified. Oblivious. Naive. Naive to think that we'll be fine. Yeah. Shut my power off. I don't care. Shut off my water. I'm fine. Come to my house. Ah, shoot you. Bang. There's other ways. There's always ways and means. Right, Trent? Yeah. Bug out the Pony Express. Runners. Yeah, right. Runners. Runners have always been a just merely a fresh room. Runners have historically always been used. You know, it may take them a little time, but hey, that's how the whole marathon got started, right? One guy ran 26.5 miles to Athens to say, "Hey, the Persians are here," and then died at their feet. Boom. Oh shit! Really? That was their early warning system. That was it. Marathon. This guy ran from the shore, from the landing, non-stop to Athens to tell them we're being invaded. All right, take care of yourself, Wolfgang. I'm out of here soon. I gotta go to bed. Yeah, it's getting close to my bedtime. Yeah, about my bedtime. Right on, Nikki. Yeah, right. So it's something to think about. Something to think about. Something I've been reflecting on. Uh, I was going to go something another way. I was gonna go into some type of ascension, universal brotherhood. You know, kind of get all kind of woo woo, foo fooey, and esoterical on you. But this is more important. This is more important. S2 Intel, which we lack. Jake, they're kind of kinky. So there's more to being prepared than making knives and sharpening them, putting away food, medical supplies, water. Dusty Data. Food, water, medical supplies. Medical supplies. Can't talk today. So yeah, folks. What are your thoughts? Your plans? Joel, hey, what's up? Yeah, Intel is king, or fake Intel is king. Seymour, cannabis, welcome. Majik, right on. Yeah, cha-cha. What about cha-cha? Right on. Right on. Right on, Trent. Prepping plumber. Welcome. I'll work on a plan tomorrow. Right, Miss Sharon? Tomorrow never comes. Yeah. Is our sources credible? I mean, there's hundreds of channels on YouTube that You know, they're all about the fear porn, right? Tiger 13, what's up? Sure, those are all very very important things, and we all do those to a certain extent. You know, we all do. I'm an ex superhuman. I know I'm getting old, so knowing my weaknesses is more important than knowing my strengths. You know, if you have bad knees, you got to know about that. You got to take that into consideration if you're going to carry a backpack with all your gear into the fray. And you're expected to run, jump, take a knee, get into the prone, get up and run again. Your weaknesses are more important than your strengths. And finding weakness in the enemy. And that's where intel comes in. I remember I stopped a fight with a guy. He was jealous of me and my girlfriend. We were at a pool hall. This was in Tennessee. I got out of the Marine Corps, and I'm hanging out with my girlfriend. I see one of these see one of these guys I used to go to high school with, and he had just gotten his jaw wired shut from being in a fight and got his jaw broken. And somebody had already I think she would have she told me, she was like, yeah, he was here last week or whatever, a couple days ago, got his jaw broke. Here he is still drinking beer with his jaw wired shut. And so he comes over and he's like hanging out, talking shit. He's hiding it well, but I already knew he had a broken jaw. You know, and he was next thing you know, he's drinking, he's yelling, cussing, screaming, he pushes me, I take my finger and I put it right here. I go boop and dropped him. Just took my finger, put it right in his jaw. He yelled, screamed in pain, fell to the ground. Fight over. And I helped him up. I got him a beer. Extreme pain. Got him a taxi cab, got him out of there. I said, you can't fight me, man. I just kept saying that. You cannot fight me. And he was like, I'll whoop your ass. I don't care if you're a damn Marine. I was like, no, you don't understand. You cannot fight me. Boop. Right? Trent? A finger. Boop. That was it. That's all it took. Farmer son prepping. Hey, welcome. But I had that intel. If I wouldn't have had that intel, man, I would have. Well, what I would have done is hit him even harder and absolutely destroyed him. But I didn't need to. I just. Minimum effort. Teachable moment. Now, I really got some kudo points with the girlfriend. What's up, Hutch? Knowing your weaknesses, knowing the weaknesses in your enemies, and working and striving to make your weaknesses stronger. Working, I think the saying is, work to become invulnerable and find weakness in the enemy. You can only do that with intel. Knowing. Knowing is half the battle. Right? G.I. Joe. All right, take care of yourself, Magabus. I tell them at work all the time. Let me know what I'm doing. Really, Hutch. Badass. Turning weaknesses into your strength, yeah. I tell them all the time at work, you give me a work order. That's it. That's all I need. I can go from there. If you give me a work order and then take it away and give me another work order and take it away, and then keep adding on to it, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know where I'm going. I'm all over the place. I don't have the intel at hand. Oh, you were supposed to make this. No, you didn't ever tell me. Yeah, I did. I told you when I was walking by. No, that doesn't count. You got to give it to me in writing. You got to give me the intel. Oh, well, oh shit. I forgot to tell you about that. Here's an order I forgot to tell you about. Really? That complicates things. I just made 1,000 gallons of something. I could have made a little bit of that. Yeah. Well, now it's my fault, huh? Okay. It is kind of. I didn't have the right intel, nor did I have the right. Did I ask the right questions? that's the. You didn't ask the right questions, really. Am I not supposed? I'm supposed to know everything. How am I supposed to know the right question to ask? Mostly peaceful. And I think about all you guys and gals out there, you know, on the homestead, on the middle of nowhere. When the wave comes through, are you going to know? Are you going to be able to know what's coming? Because that's more important than doing. Knowing is bigger than doing. Global melting. Remember that movie, the series, Game of Thrones? Yeah. The little guy, Tiberius. I love his saying. You know, one of his catchphrases. They're looking at him like, "What do you do?" He's like, "I drink and know things." I'm like, wow. And he turned out to be one of the most dangerous players on the chessboard. DJ, right? Farmer son prepping. You're out there in Alabama on a farm. Nikki, you drink and know things, yeah. Nikki, you're out in Texas. Y'all have a homestead, a farm. You know your terrain. You know your terrain. You know your land, and you know how best to use it to your advantage. But do you know about the land, the terrain that the enemy is going down? Do you even know that the enemy is coming? Is there an early warning symbol? Making hay here tomorrow, Jay. Right, Hutch? I smoke and know things. But I forgot. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, whole bunch of guys just parachuted out of an airplane just about 20 minutes ago. I don't know. Oops, sorry to tell you. They should be here in about 5 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm going to eat this cheesecake. That's what happens to me. If I smoke, I start craving cheesecake and shit. Anyway, knowing things is more important than doing things. I fucking feel things. So yeah, folks, just something to think about. How unprepared are you? Right, John, absolutely. Always look up. I like that. It's because my hair was getting hot. More human. How unprepared are you? Right, John? Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you don't want to look up because it'll give away your location. The oil in your skin will reflect the sun, the moon, and those flying overhead will go, there he is. Got him. He looked up. Spam inbound, Majik. uh, Captain Caveman.
And son.
Right, I used to do his son. The son's voice really good. Yep, the flow of information. How much information can you gather and process so that you can make a intelligent decision on how to proceed or how not to proceed? Maybe you need to do nothing. Oh, right, Blaine. Yeah. Buying your time. And what's going to take? I mean, that's another. No, that's probably another topic for another day. Is okay. Now you've observed, because you have your feelers out there. You've got your listening. You got your forward observers out there, and they're sending back some valuable intel. And now you've orientated yourself. Now you've decided what to do. Now it's time to act. What does it take for you to act? How much resources does it take? How much time does it take? How many people is it going to take? How many gallons of fuel is it going to take? How many meals is it going to take? How many bullets is it going to take? How much water is it going to take? Yeah, Deathclaw. Well, that's probably another video, and I would probably refer you back to S2. Yeah, check out S2. Fight in the Shade. Yeah, I heard about this 5.1 earthquake. I hear a lot of things from chat. I'm like, what? What's going on? An earthquake, a hurricane, and now an earthquake. Wow. There are good sources, yeah. And you have to be able to lay it on the table and look at it and think and figure out, okay, what is the source? Why did they say this? Okay, does this make sense? This is not. Misinformation is a weapon, a very, very dangerous weapon. We all heard about the boy who cried wolf. Got everybody to react. Yeah, Miss Sharon. Yeah. Eyes on. But also understanding that witnesses, if they're not trained or if they're not focused, are going to give you all kinds of fucked up intel. The shooter came through here and shot like 20 people. He was wearing a red t-shirt. Ask somebody else. He was wearing a blue t-shirt. Ask somebody else. He was wearing no shirt. Wow. Power of perception. So you gotta figure out how they perceived what they seen and how they processed it. Hold on, I gotta change my clothes. Biden who cried, or the boy. Ah, right, right, Death Claw. Yeah. I like to know the salute. Wow, DJ. Wow. That gets in the and intelligence will give you what you need to do, what your action is in the ODA, right? Maybe you do need to make a distraction, make a diversion to get them focused. Get the main force to focus over here while you go that way. Oh, misdirection. I think we've talked about that before, but I think we're woefully unprepared here because we don't have this S2. We don't have intelligence. We don't have a command center. We don't have a room, a bulletin room, a what's up, meat puppet? We don't have a network of dedicated observers. They do. All of them do. It allows them to plan and prepare and then to execute. Yeah, that's true, Majid. We do. We got the groundwork. You know, do we wait for the AI machines to start making little Terminators while Sarah Connor and John Connor go underground and start making little intel packets for everyone? Right on, KP. Yeah. Situation. COO time. What's that? COO. Huh. What? What? Knowing that this happens every few years is another. It's good for the bullshitometer. Okay. Trent. Roger that. They have so many dumbs. Right. Okay. Right on, Trent. Okay. Understood. uh, the script has been written. And we can we if we know what their script is, if we know what their plan of action is, we know what their intent is, and now we get to see and watch how they move and how they're maneuvering, then we can counteract that. We can take steps. We can either move out of the way or we can meet them. Or we can divert or we can distract or we can destroy. So intel is everything. Intel is everything. Prison. In prison. Those who know what's going on, see everything, know everyone. They know when something's about to go down. They're like, oh shit. In the chow hall, everybody's got their running shoes on. I don't see any flip flops around here. Not good. In the rec yard, why is everybody on this side and not on that side? You know, weird things like that. Knowing who to talk to and know who not to talk to. It's very important. And that's what the criminal does anyway. They gather intel. We're good at that shit. We're hunters. We stalk our prey. We're very, very astute at figuring out things. Boom, Kia Chris. Hit! Foot, leg, and one to the chest. Good job, Kia Chris. Yeah, DJ. Yeah. All right, folks. I'm gonna get out of here. I think it's I'm gonna be spending all night thinking about this. Now Seymour Cannabis is throwing it. All right. Spicy bicep, cod piece Hall of Fame, and you got one to the neck. Good job, Seymour Cannabis. Yeah. So take care, everyone. Now think about this. Seriously. This is more important than all the training, all the preparation. It goes hand in hand with it. Definitely a very, very important topic. I wish I was more prepared. So thank you all very, very much. Thanks for hanging out with me, Sunday Reflections, and contemplating the unprepared warfare that we're about to face. How unprepared? That's the question I ask. It's not how prepared I'm going to be. It's how unprepared am I going to be? Oh, I'm always overestimating the negatives, underestimating the positives. Thank you, DJ. 6.8. Yeah, and now I gotta look into this number 64 sugar rice. All right. Oh yeah, I've been sitting too much. My ass hurts. Right, DJ. When it's at your door, it's way too late. He who knocks at the door, way too late. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you very much, folks. Hanging out with me, Sunday Reflections. Right on. Thank you all. Have a good night.